So switching gears just a little bit, I think me and Demetrius understand and talk a lot about how important it is for a company to have strong go to market leadership. I'd love to hear a little bit from your perspective on why that's so critical. I think you can have a great product, but if you don't have a good go to market strategy, it doesn't matter. So I'd love to hear your opinion on that.
Absolutely. So I think you kind of hit the nail on the head, Lizzie, and I think that's kind of my take on it as well. And I generally will say that in technology, there's two things that a company needs to be successful. They need a product and people to build it, and then secondly, someone to actually sell it. And in these days, in terms of I think everyone likes using recurring revenue as a fun term. So I think it's even become increasingly important to think of that go to market strategy holistically, not just people to, get the product in the door, but to continue to see adoption, upsell opportunities like that. So just in general, I will say I view go to market leadership specifically to kind of build the strategy, build the process, the team as critical for a company's ability to succeed.
Yeah, and Jamal, I'd love to hear your perspective too. And then if you see any like common pitfalls that companies tend to face when they don't prioritize certain areas and go to market.
I kind of think a go-to-market is really like the navigation, right? I mean, they're really the ones, if you have a strong go-to-market leader, he or she is really helping you see around the corners, right? So collecting data from customers, collecting data from the market, collecting data from competitors, and really making sure that that engine's always fine-tuned, always figuring out, how do we build a better mousetrap? And I think part of that is being able to see around those corners, but also understanding how do I collaborate right with the other departments? How do I, stay connected to engineering? How do I stay connected to product? How do I stay connected to marketing? So I think this is where, as we think about some of the evolution of particular roles, where I think RevOps, right? No, not to pat you guys on the back there, but I think this is where RevOps has really been able to take a nice trajectory into like where we are now in the workforce. And so I think some of the common pitfalls with go to market is really sometimes just hiring it too late. We have this founder led sales. We're talking about early stage companies. That's where we see the biggest pitfall is founders want to hold on to it too much. They'll say they have customers, but they're really friends and family. So they haven't really done any true evangelizing or handling objections. And so I think the sooner you can kind of bring in either that sales motion leader or even that sales ops or rev ops person to really help to lay the right foundation, I think that's what will propel companies to have more success sooner, right? Understanding what the ideal customer profile, getting that true customer feedback, is the product in the right direction? So good, strong go-to-market leaders, that's what they provide, right? They provide the right intel to make sure that that wheel is always moving in the right direction.